All right. Well, my animator, his name's Evan.
Speak up.
All right. My animator, his name's Evan. He lives in Australia. Most of our videos are going to be on his channel, but we're actually transitioning to our new production channel. We've actually been working with a t-shirt company that I cannot name, but we're working with them on an animation project. And we've been doing some other stuff here and there too. So, I mean, there's just so much talent in the Brony community. We actually have all the elements we need for a small production group. So we do, you know, simple animations, audio work, storyboarding, stuff like that. So if you ever want to check out our stuff, you can go to, you can email me at alligatorinthetub@gmail.com or alligatortub@gmail.com, or subscribe to our YouTube, which is no more than 9.
I think that's with the numeral 9 as well.
Yeah, the number 9.
Yep. Okay, so PJ, where can they find you on YouTube?
Yeah, so you can find me on Master PJ 555. That's 3 5s. If you need to contact me or any questions or anything you need help with, just email me at laserpone3@everestlaser.com, because I'm the owner of Everest Laser, which is basically a laser company, and we are Brony friendly. So if you are Brony, just send us a message and we'll respond positively to it. So we'll take everything in account. So yeah.
Well, and I should say too that, I mean, both of you also have Twitter accounts. Maybe you can mention your Twitter accounts.
You go first.
Well, my Twitter account is actually MasterPJ55. There was some kind of issue there, but yeah, that's my Twitter. There we go.
My personal Twitter account is Lieutenant Colonel Bob, and my production group is Alligator Tub. It's easy as that.
All right, and
all right. Okay, if you want to check my stuff out, guys, you can go to AskTheCrusaders/tumblr.com. I was actually planning to do another animation for this convention, but I didn't manage to make on time. But it will be possibly online on YouTube, on Canale Doppiaggi is the name of the account. But don't worry, if you will check my Tumblr, you will find it. Yeah, it should be online in 2 weeks or so.
well, and I should say again, guys, that these guys work incredibly hard to produce what they produce. I mean, it gives you an idea how much they work on the show itself, too. So, you know, I think a round of applause real quick just for how much work they put in. Now, we've got enough time for, I think, 10 minutes worth of Q&A. If you guys have questions, Mr. Rocket to Insanity over here has a microphone. Hopefully it's working. Does it work?
Yeah, try. Okay.
It works?
Yes, it is working. My
Okay.
God. Okay. You
And maybe what you can do if you have a question is line up over there, if at all possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, be real careful of the cords and whatnot.
Line
Obviously,
up,
this is
try not to trip over
this is
anything.
really expensive equipment and whatnot. So just be real careful with the cords if you're moving around.
Okay. Sorry, we gotta. That's how it works. It's weird. It wasn't going.
Oké, ten eerste Nederland represent. I'm from the Netherlands too. Hi, Master PJ. I've seen your face before. Second of all, a question to you. What inspired you to work with lasers?
Well, actually, at first, I was actually on Twitter, and someone asked me a pony question, and basically, I saw all these pony-related videos, like on YouTube, and I was like, what the hell is going on? What's all this pony stuff? So, eventually I started clicking some videos, just browsing through it, and I saw some videos, I don't know which one anymore, but they were seriously funny. I was laughing so hard. So, I just went browsing on and found the music, and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. So eventually, I just pushed myself to watching the show, and I got addicted to the show. And you know, since I own a laser company, I was like, well, I have this equipment, I have time to mess around. So I was just, you know, making a joke and drew a shrugging Pinkie Pie, and that picture catched on really fast, and I was like actually enjoying it. So eventually, I started using all my free time making laser pony animations, and as a matter of fact, at my booth, you can actually get an animation made for you, actually free of charge if I actually have the time to do that. So, yeah.
Okay, next person. This is you. You're not. Unova Brony.
Thank you.
Well, Bob, I always enjoy.
With lines, then you curve it, you got the shape you need. For more artistic stuff like, I don't know, a fire or clouds, you can go with a tablet and use the pencil tool. It's okay. Anything else?
Okay, and next we have Katie.
Hi. I'd just like to thank you all for coming here and taking your time to come to BronyCon.
Eat the mic, eat it.
I was wondering about the Jackie Chan My Little Pony crossover. Do you have all the voices that you need so far?
Yes.
I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have William.
I have a question for all three because I noticed that what all you do, like you guys do it so well. So I want to know, like, how do you do it? I mean, like for example, PJ does his lasers better than most companies, and then you two animators, it look exactly like the show, and I'm just so impressed and like, wow, how? Well, what made you guys like so good at what you do?
Well, I guess I'm talking for all of three of us. When you love very much something, you do your best for it.
And I'm not really the animator. I basically coordinate everything else. But my animator for our group, his name's Evan. He lives in Australia. He's just taken a lot of courses in Flash, and he's just a really great guy, and just basically exactly what Ask Crusader said.
You know, and I would just say, too, at least from my experience of interviewing you guys and talking to musicians or whatever, that's just the nature of this show. That's the nature of My Little Pony. It attracts creative people. It does. It inspires people, and it really, because of the positivity, it inspires them to really pour their hearts into what they're doing, I think. And I think, you know, I know Rob is this way because I know him as a friend, and we've talked for months and months. When Rob does something, he wants it done right, and he wants it done with a level of detail that, you know, most people wouldn't put into it. And I think that's where you're getting that quality, is because they're so passionate about it. That's my opinion, at least. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I definitely like getting things done right. All right, I guess it's, I believe in teamwork, which is why I work with McCon right here. And I work with a lot of other very talented bronies in the fandom. I believe that teamwork is key to any good production. If you guys read the Double Rainbow panel earlier, Zach said the same thing, that, you know, once you basically have a project that you feel is, you know, really ambitious, it really helps to have a good team. I guess I'm a fan of smaller working teams, but I feel that a small talented team can do just as much as a big team. It just really depends on where you put your resources and how you manage them. Having a good director and having good management is key to having any good project.
Okay.
Unless you're a beast animator like Jan here, who's just amazing.
Okay, this is Scott.
No, I'm just, I don't know how to word this. I had an idea of wondering, how much money would it probably cost to maybe to get you guys do a small miniature series or something? Like, how much funding do you think you would need? Because I would really, I mean, I'm not saying I could start it, but if I could find a way to do it, I would love to give you guys as much money as I can
For original
to make some
animations?
kind of mini fan series for ponies, really, stuff.
So for pony animations?
Like, I would like to try to do that. I mean, I don't say I have the resources now, but if it's like manageable money, or we can get people to donate, Kickstart or something, I don't know. I'm just spitballing an idea because I really want something to fill in the gaps between the summer, the small animations. If it's probable, if it's not, it's just something I was just thinking about.
The thing with animations, though, is that things take time. I mean,
I know it takes.
Yeah, the thing with the animations, though, is that they do, in fact, take time. But, I mean, there's, what, like 3 fan episode projects coming over the summer? And that's only this summer. I can only imagine how many more are going to be there. I guess I personally don't believe in full fan animation things. Not that they're not wrong, because if you have a good, talented team, they can do it. I'm more of a fan of, let's do something short and simple, it's funny and good, and it has some essence to it. Actually, before we did the Jackie Chan Adventures crossover, we were actually juggling 2 different ideas. And that's either the crossover or a thing with Daring Do. And actually, that's originally why I brought McCon on, because I was looking for like an Indiana Jones, Uncharted kind of soundtrack to go for it. but that would have required a lot more time animating. And you know, I'm in college, and I'm not sure if PJ or you're in college too, right?
What?
You're in college? Are you in college?
No, I'm not in college.
All right, well, I guess my time is mainly taken up by work at college, so I'd love to if I had the time, but I guess I believe that everybody should have their fair shot, and I guess I like doing smaller things. If you ever want some original animations, like, I don't know if you have your own characters you had an idea for, not pony related, or maybe OC ponies, but when you start paying people for, you know, full pony things, that kind of jumps into legal territory with Hasbro.
Well, I think we've got just enough time to take one more question.
We got one more question. This is from Michael.
How long have you guys been animating before you, or in your case, I guess, lasering, before you got to the point where you got interested into ponies animation?
I think about 5 years ago. And as a matter of fact, for the software that I use, I wrote the manuals. So, you know, I've actually had an internship like 1 year ago at the biggest laser software company in America. So, yeah, I think I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I will never stop. So, lasers, pew pew.
And I mean, I think that's incredible. I mean, I don't know if you guys caught that there. He literally wrote the book on how to do this. That's the guy right there. He invented this with lasers.
He's smart.
As for me, actually I started off as more of an audio mixer. I've been doing like audio mixing for like fan audio projects and stuff like that for like 4 or 5 years, and you know, I made, originally Epic Cupcake Time was a radio play, and Evan came up to me and he's like, hey, I could animate this, and I was like, you know, all right, show me what you got, and you saw Epic Cupcake Time, and I was blown away. So we just started working together, and ever since then, just kind of slowly building more and more people in our team. Actually, if anybody's interested, I have business cards. We're going to have a website up with the people on our team afterwards, so if anybody's interested, you know, they're right here.
So, all right, I think you guys can pick them up afterwards. And maybe real quick, ask the Crusaders.
Stop up after the panel.
Right.
I'll give you one.
About me, I started working on Flash when I was 12. So this is something I love to do. This is something I want to do. I actually worked on more projects than ponies. We're not here to talk about it. So yeah, I started when I was little.
All right, well, guys, I think one more round of applause for the animators here.
And thanks again for everybody for coming. It's really great to hear great feedback from you guys.
And like everything else at this convention, this panel has been recorded and will be posted to everfreeradio.com within the next few days. That's www.everfreeradio.com. I'm Final Draft. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great time at BronyPalooza tonight.